Dear students, in this session, you will learn how to prepare the trading and PL account and balance sheet. So the basic required things for the same you have learned in the previous session. So here let us solve problems on preparation of trading and PL account and balance sheet. In the previous sessions, I have explained you in detail the format of trading and PL account and the balance sheet. Let us work a problem on the same. Now here's a problem. Mr. Ramesh keeps his books under single entry system. From the following data, prepare trading and PL account and balance sheet as on 31st March 2017. The cash book analysis shows the following. So these items, whatever is revealed by cash book here, the items given in the question will appear in two places. Now let us see how to record these transactions and prepare the balance sheet. So the analysis of cash book is as follows. First item is interest charges 300. So interest charges 300 is given. Where should we take this? I've told you already. For the 14 mark session, you will have to prepare opening statement of affairs to check out what is opening capital. Then based on the balances given, you have to prepare debtors and creditors account. Then cash book, then trading and PL account and the balance sheet. Now interest charges are the expenses. So these expenses of rupees 300 will go to cash account, that is one place is cash account by interest charges, and the second place will be in the trading and PL account. We will have to take direct expenses in the trading account and indirect expenses in the PL account. So this will go to PL account. Next item is personal withdrawal, 6,000, nothing but drawings. So drawings will appear in two places. One is in the cash book and the other one is in the balance sheet. So cash book we'll have to take by drawings 6,000. In the balance sheet we'll have to make the adjustment of drawings with regard to capital. So capital, opening capital minus drawings will be the adjustment that we'll have to take in the balance sheet at the end towards liability side. Next comes salaries, 25,500. So salary is an expenditure, indirect. So this will go to cash account payment side and PL account payment. Next is business expenses, 23,700 is given. This should be taken to cash account and PL account. Next, payment to creditors, 45,000. So payment to creditors will go to creditors account. So we have made enough problems on creditors account. So where will we take this? In the creditors account. One place is creditors account. So this is a payment made to creditors. This will go to cash account. So in the cash account it is shown as payment, and in creditors account it will appear as a payment as to cash. Next given item is balance at bank on 31st March 2017, 7,275. This is closing balance at bank. This will go to bank account as closing balance, and one more place you will take this is to the balance sheet, closing bank balance. So one place is cash account and the other place you have to record is in the balance sheet. Similarly, the next item given is cash on hand as on 31st March 2017, 225. This is closing cash balance on hand. So this cash in hand will appear again in the bank account and balance sheet. So these two are the closing balances given to be taken to bank account as well as in the balance sheet, asset side, closing balances of cash and bank. Next, received from debtors 75,000. You know that received from debtors will be taken one place in the debtors account as by cash. This goes to debtors account. The other place is cash account, debit side to cash. So cash is received from the debtors. Two places are debtors account and cash account. Next is cash sales 45,000. This cash sales of 45,000 we will have to take in the cash account. Two cash sales. One place is cash account. The other one is, you should remember, this was explained in the adjustment towards trading account. So in the trading account, credit side we take buy sales. There we will add cash sales as well as credit sales. So this will go to trading account and cash account. One is cash account, the other place is trading account. Further details available are, so they have given opening and closing balances. Stock as on 1/4/2016, 27,000. So this is nothing but opening stock. Where will you take this? One is to the opening statement of affairs and one more is trading account. We start the trading account with 2 opening stock. Then closing stock is given 30,600. Where will you take this closing stock? One is trading account towards credit side. So we take opening stock towards debit side and closing stock towards credit side of trading account. Then one more place will be balance sheet. So finally in the balance sheet we should not forget to take this closing stock of 30,600. Next item is creditors. Creditors opening balance is 24,000 and closing balance is 16,500. So both opening and closing balance will go to creditors account. So opening creditors, one place is creditors account and one more place is opening statement of affairs. Closing creditors 16,500 will go to creditors account and balance sheet. Next, debtors opening and closing balance is given as 66,000 and 90,000. So opening debtors as usual will go to debtors account and opening debtors will go to opening statement of affairs. Closing debtors of 90,000 will go to debtors account and one more is this closing balance of 90,000 is given. So this 90,000 should be taken to debtors account closing balance and balance sheet. We have to see any further RBD or anything is provided. They have given provide for 4,500 for doubtful debts. So we have to deduct the doubtful debts from the closing debtors of 90,000 in the balance sheet. Next, furniture 3,000 is given. So opening furniture will go to opening statement of affairs and closing furniture we have to take to the balance sheet and see if at all there is any depreciation we should deduct, any appreciation we will have to add. So they've given 5% depreciation on all fixed assets. So this 5% depreciation on furniture should be deducted in the balance sheet. Next item is machinery. They've given 45,000. So opening machinery will go to opening statement of affairs. Closing machinery will go to balance sheet with adjustment again of depreciation or appreciation. 5% depreciation is given. We will have to deduct this depreciation. And both the depreciation on furniture as well as machinery should be shown in the PL account. And we have to deduct the same in the balance sheet. So these are the details given with adjustment. So adjustment goes like this. Provide 5% interest on Ramesh capital as on 1/4/2016. This is nothing but interest on capital. So we prepare the opening statement of affairs and check out what is the opening capital. On this opening capital, we will have to calculate 5% interest and this becomes an expense to the business. So this will go to PL account as to interest on capital. Okay, one place. One more place will be we adjust this at the end of in the balance sheet at the last we go for preparing the balance sheet. There we adjust capital. I've explained you this format also. So opening capital, add interest on capital. So there we will have to add this interest calculated and shown in the PL account. So we take to PL account and to the balance sheet as an adjustment to the capital. Provide 4,500 for doubtful debts. This is reserve on doubtful debts, RDD. This will be taken to one place is PL account and one more place is in the balance sheet. We deduct this RDD with the closing debtors. And at last 5% depreciation on all fixed assets. I explained you this just now. So these two depreciation on these two assets will be adjusted in the balance sheet and one place will be in the PL account. Expenses we'll have to show the depreciation of both the assets and one more place is in the balance sheet we deduct the concerned assets closing value. We prepare the memorandum of cash book. So first item that we bring down is opening balance given in the problem. So make it a habit to bring down the balance whether it is given or not. If it is given, you're going to record. If not, you will take it as nil. So two balance brought down. In this problem, opening balance is not given. So two balance brought down is nil. In the question we discussed cash receipt from debtors and cash sales are given in the question. Those two items are recorded here as a receipt. So in the receipt side, debit side of cash book, to debtors 75,000 is recorded and cash sales of 45,000 is given. So to cash sales 45,000. Coming to the other expenses, we were given with interest charges. So it is These are all payments, drawings, salaries, payment to creditors were given, business expenses were given. Let us record each one by one. So by interest charges 300 towards credit side of cash book, we record interest charges. Then we were also given with drawings of 6,000. So by drawings 6,000. Next, by salaries 25,500. By business expenses 23,700. Then we were given with payment to creditors 45,000. So that we record here by creditors 45,000. And also closing balance of bank and cash is given. So bring down the closing balance. So opening balance we bring down towards debit side. In this question it's not given. Credit side we record the closing balances. So by balance carried down, bank 7,275 and cash 225. There are no other items that relates to the cash book. Close the cash book. So towards debit side we get 1,20,000. Take the same 1,20,000 towards credit side. Balance the account. You get a difference of 12,000, which is nothing but this is bank overdraft balance. The balancing amount here is treated as bank overdraft. If you had got this difference in the debit side, it was additional capital since opening and closing balance is given. Now here it is bank overdraft. This will go to opening BOD balance in the opening statement of affairs. So we prepare this cash book. We have total, we have balanced the account and we get 12,000 as a differencing amount towards credit side, which is by balance brought down. This is opening balance of BOD. Okay, this is again this to be taken to opening statement of affairs. Coming to the opening statement of affairs as on 1/4/2016. So this is not an account, it's a statement like balance sheet. So we prepare the opening statement of affairs to check out what is opening capital. It is similar to it is like a balance sheet. So liabilities amount and assets and amount. So we have prepared and we got bank overdraft 12,000 in the memorandum cash book. That we bring down as opening BOD towards liability side. So in the opening statement, the first item that we take is BOD 12,000 towards liability side, left side. Then opening creditors of 24,000 were given in the question. That also we record towards liability side. So creditors 24,000. Coming to the opening balances of assets, stock was given as 27,000. So in the asset side, right hand side of opening statement of affairs, we record stock 27,000. Debtors 66,000 was given. Furniture 3,000 is given. Machinery 45,000 is given. So these are the four opening value of assets given in the question: stock, debtors, furniture and machinery. With regard to liabilities, we were given with creditors and now we have found out BOD. So we have taken that also towards the liability side. Now total the statement and check out what do you get. So here towards asset side we arrive at 1,41,000 as the total. Take the same total, balance the account. You get 1,05,000 as a balancing amount towards liability side, which is nothing but opening capital. So we have found out opening capital as 1,05,000 by preparing the opening statement of affairs. Next we will have to prepare debtors and creditors account. So in the question, with related to debtors, opening and closing balance was given and cash received from debtors is given. So when preparing the debtors account, here we bring down the balance. So to balance brought down 66,000. Closing balance was given as 90,000. So by balance carried down 90,000. Cash received is given as 75,000. So by cash account 75,000. So taking these three items, we close the debtors account and we get difference of 99,000 towards debit side, which is credit sales. So we close the debtors account and we got credit sales of 99,000. This we should take in the trading account to the sales. Towards credit side of trading account, we should add this credit sales to cash sales if it is given and then show as total sales. Next is creditors account. So even in the creditors account, we have worked out enough number of problems in the previous session, but still in this question we are given with opening balance of creditors, closing balance of creditors, then cash paid to creditors. These three items we will have to prepare the creditors account. So bring down the balance. By balance brought down 24,000, opening balance of creditors. Similarly, closing balance is given 16,500. So towards debit side, to balance carried down 16,500. And cash paid to creditors was 45,000 given in the question. So to bank account 45,000. These three items we have recorded in the creditors account. Close the account. The balancing amount towards credit side is 37,500, which is nothing but credit purchases. So credit purchases we get as 37,500. Where do we take this credit purchase again? In the trading account towards debit side purchases. Now let us see how to prepare the trading and profit and loss account. So this we have discussed in the previous sessions, the format of trading and PL account and various items to be recorded here. Let us see how this works out for this question. So first we start with opening stock. So this is trading as well as P&L account. So we record all the direct expenses towards trading account and indirect towards PL account. Now we start the trading account with opening stock. So to opening stock 27,000. Next item is purchases. So we have seen the adjustments. To purchases we should take cash purchases if given plus credit purchases whatever we find out in the creditors account. From this you deduct the returns, purchase returns and any drawings towards goods. But in this question we are not given with any cash purchases. So we have found out 37,500 as the credit purchases in the creditors account. So second item that we record in the trading account is to purchase 37,500. Come to the credit side. By sales, in this question cash sales is given as 45,000. Credit sales we found out in the debtors account as 99,000. So total of sales will be 45,000 plus 99,000, 1,44,000 plus returns. We don't have any returns given in this question. So total sales will be taken to the outer amount column. So by sales, cash plus credit sales 1,44,000. Next item is by closing stock. Closing stock is given as 30,660. So we record the closing stock also. And here, coming to the debit side, we are not given here with any direct expenses. So we don't have any direct expenses given to record in the trading account. So let us close the trading account here with opening stock, purchases, sales and closing stock. So opening stock and purchases towards debit side, sales and closing stock towards credit side. When you balance the account, you get 1,74,660 as the total. So the balancing amount towards debit side is 1,10,160, which is nothing but GP. So the balancing amount is gross profit. Bring down the GP in the PL account. So let us continue the PL account here. Bring down the GP. By GP brought down 1,10,160. Now looking into the question, take the various incomes and expenses given. When you look into the cash book, you can see various expenses. Let us record one after the other. So we are bringing down the GP. By GP brought down 1,10,160. Come to the debit side. So interest charges is given. To interest charges 300. Next, to salaries 25,500. Salaries is also given in the problem. Next item is to business expenses 23,700. To interest on capital. In the adjustments, we are asked to calculate interest on capital. Since it is an expense, we record here. So 1,05,000 is the opening capital that we have found out. Into 5% becomes 5,250. Then to provision for doubtful debts given is 4,500. Next we have to depreciation on two assets. So to depreciation on furniture 150. To depreciation on machinery 2,250. No other expenses are given and no such incomes are also given that should be recorded to the PL account. So taking these expenses, we close the PL account and find out the balance. So when we close the PL account, we get 1,10,160 towards credit side. Take the same total towards debit side. The balancing amount that you get is 48,510. This is nothing but net profit. So credit side is more, we get a net profit of 48,510. This we should take to adjust in the balance sheet. This is how we prepare the trading and PL account. Coming to the last statement of this problem, we have to make the closing balance sheet. So balance sheet as on 31st March 2017. Liabilities amount, assets amount. Coming to the liability side, we take the closing creditors. So closing creditors is given 16,500. Now we have to make the adjustments with regard to capital. I have explained you in detail earlier. So we take the opening capital, add net profit if any, add additional capital, add interest on capital, less drawings, less net loss if any. So in this question, we are getting an opening capital of 1,05,000. We have calculated in the opening statement. Bring that here in the inner column. Add net profit. We get a net profit of 48,510 in the PL account. Bring down that profit here. So we are adding the net profit to opening capital. Add interest on capital. We have calculated interest on capital in the PL account, which amounts to 5,250. Total this. Less drawings. We are given a drawings of rupees 6,000. So when we deduct drawings from this total, we get 1,52,760 as the net amount that we take to the outer amount column. So we are adjusting the capital here. We have taken opening capital, added interest on capital, added net profit and deducted drawings. Come to the asset side. We should not forget to take closing stock and closing values. So here closing balance of cash and bank is given in the question. We have recorded that in the cash book also. So we have to record the closing balances of cash in hand and cash at bank. So cash at bank 7,275. Coming to the asset side, first item is cash at bank 7,275 and cash in hand, closing cash in hand is given as 225. So cash in hand 225. Closing stock 30,660. So closing stock of 30,660 we have taken here. Coming to debtors, come to the inner column to see if you have any reserves to be deducted. So debtors 90,000 less reserve on doubtful debts 4,500. So 90,000 minus 4,500 will be 85,500. Next, furniture. Closing furniture is 3,000. So any depreciation or appreciation should be done from the closing value of assets. So closing furniture is 3,000 less depreciation 150, outer column 2,850. Next asset is machinery. So machinery inner column, closing balance 45,000 minus depreciation 2,250, outer column you should take 42,750. So these are the various assets, closing stock and closing cash and bank balance. So we have recorded all the items. Now if you total, your balance sheet has to tally. So here the balance sheet tallies for 1,69,260. So this is the way of preparing the accounts for section C 14 marks question when you are asked to prepare the trading and PL account and balance sheet.